Y'all gonna have to bear with me this morning. Greetings. What's going on, all my dreamers and dreamettes? It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. We're gonna try to keep our energy up this morning because it's hot out here in these New York streets. And you know, everything's just going on at a fast rate. Monday, we want to start the week off right and just get right into it. So we're just gonna settle in and get everything going. Love you guys. Thanks for staying tuned. This episode is sponsored to you by Inspired by Dreams Clothing. And if you want to check out my brand, it's right here. If you want to check it out, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. And that's dreams with 3 Z's at the end. Y'all know what it is. Oh my goodness, this man, the weather, between the weather, the crime, the bills, the headaches, and the mental health violence, everything going on outside. It's a lot going on. But all right. I don't want to hold you guys back. Let's just jump right into it. So we've seen a lot of things going on in the last few days. It feels like the weekend, it was just a lot of things going on, and people was just throwing things on the wall. And one thing I just want to start with, I don't want to stick on it too long because I'm not here just to talk about anybody and just about anything. But I did see something over the weekend that I thought was just it was kind of a little bit irresponsible as a content creator. And it comes from Trap Law Ross. Now, he makes a video on a mysterious circumstances surrounding Jay-Z's mistress, alleging Diddy knows and is holding that information over his head. Now, all of that stuff is just too allegedly of a story. And I'm not saying what you know or what you don't know or what you investigated or you feel like you know, but just calling people out. These are the times where things are going down and people are dealing with their own issues. I won't say just to, put stories out there if you don't have information or if this information hasn't been presented by somebody, that's in that space to be presenting something like that. I think it was just a little bit, the story wasn't anything that, people could attach any truth to. It's just he say, she say, and it just ain't right. We just got to be more mindful of how we speak on the people, the artists out there, because we're all in this thing together. I mean, it's the artist puts the good work out there, and we get views from talking and bigging these artists up, not just by just highlighting mistakes or some stories that people might have put out there. So I'm not too sure about, this whole Jay-Z and Mistress stuff, but it just doesn't, I was just like, why would you put that up right now? Because it's just not, there's no time for that. I haven't heard anything like that. So and you hold a bigger responsibility the bigger your channel is. So, you don't want to put information out there and people just believe in it and take stories and people are just feeding for information. And then that goes around because negative news goes around way faster than positive news. That's all I was saying on that. And just staying on content creators. So I just wanted to touch a little bit on the Adam22 because I'm not here to tell anybody what they should be doing or what they shouldn't be doing. But my whole take on Adam22 interviewing the guy that, allegedly, or he was charged for killing Pop Smoke. I feel like there's a responsibility not just on the content creator, but just on our morality as just humans. Doing something like that and just interviewing them, it shows people that if they do some harm to these artists, that they are going to be champion or they do have a place to, still, be congratulated by the same community that Pop Smoke was a part of. And I just felt like it just felt like so much weird energy. It's not like we didn't know what the situation was, but it leaves people like, you're promoting people that's hurting artists and hurting people out there. It just makes it turns the artist into a trophy. That's all I really wanted to cover on it because people have lives to live outside of hip hop. And when you just it's almost like you're putting a tag on somebody when you promote people that hurt people, because then other people see that there is a platform and there is a place where they're going to be champion for hurting an artist out there or going out there and get into an altercation with an artist. They can always run to your platform and get an interview to build off of that. And it's kind of like the same energy with the drill music. You know, they slide, and he gets killed, she gets killed, and then they put the information on social media, and then their views go up. It's the same thing. The promotion of that negativity always comes back around. Yeah, they're getting views. Yeah, they're getting money from it, but there's a lot of deaths and a lot of things behind the scenes that's involved. That's involved. I'm so to this morning. The energy is so crazy, you guys. What's up, y'all? But I was just talking. I was just speaking on the the Adam 22 interview about the Pop Smoke, and I just felt like just as Pop Smoke, he still left us with a great energy. It's not like he was out there and he was like a bad guy. Yes, he might have been involved in the streets, but he never presented himself. He always presented. It's one thing about Pop Smoke that I do understand and I see now that he has passed, and it was very blurry to me in the beginning. But he presented himself more. Excuse me. He presented himself more as a street as an artist than a street person, and that's what makes your growth and your level of elevation just keep rising. And then somebody took that away from him. So what does that show the kids when you interview the guy that took Hip Hop Smoke's life? What does that show the youth? And I'm not saying that that's your outlook to uplift the youth, because everybody has their platforms and they can do whatever they want to do with the platforms. But you do hold a responsibility when it comes to hip hop and the people that we hold dear to us. You just can't just put out. You just can't put your content out there, but just being irresponsible. It's kind of like even though Pop Smoke still he's still here in music, but he still has a family and they hurt too. So when they see something like that, that another guy and he's out in LA and he's just putting an interview of the guy and and it's giving that guy a platform. How do you think Pop Smoke's family feel? You have to also think about the people that was involved in this situation. I could understand if you gave Pop Smoke's family a chance to, have an interview on how they're feeling up to this point, with his music. But they didn't even get a chance to be on your platform. The guy that actually took his life got a fair chance to be on the platform and do whatever you want and just get in this whole social media like whirlwind of drama, and it's not right. I just felt like that wasn't right. I'm not telling people because he has a way bigger platform than I do. I can never say anything because people the first thing they'll say to you is, "Oh, look at this man's views. He's getting millions and millions of views," and they feel like because on social media somebody because of that. Okay, boom. It's all good, but all I'm trying to say is the people that brought you to that point, that got you those millions of views, the artists and the people that you interviewed, just try to have just try to not champion the people that try to harm them or don't have or try to hurt hip hop, because hip hop is being hurt from destruction, from people taking people's lives, and the music is the background music for these people's wicked ways, and you can't keep. I mean, there's people in hip hop right now that's they're putting their trauma and they're putting it into their music. They're putting it on their fans, and it's not right. It's just because you're going through something doesn't mean you have to promote that to the people, because trauma is contagious in these times. That's all I gotta say. I'm not here to bash Adam 22 or trap Laura Ross's platforms, because we're all in this together as content creators. But I do feel that as content creators, whether big or small, we do hold some kind of responsibility. A lot of times people put out information that's not even nowhere near true, like and they're like waiting on it. You can't just bank on somebody's demise and think that that's supposed to be good content. That's not fair to people, and it's not fair to artists. I do see things coming out, like when you're talking about like the Diddy situation. Yeah, there's a lot of articles coming out. Talk something like that, because we've seen from our own eyes the video of him and Cassie. So yeah, you're gonna have different point of views on that, and there's different people that can touch on that. But when you just pull something out the blue, like Jay-Z or interview Pop Smoke's killer, it's the wrong energy, and it's not the type of energy I think that as a community in hip hop that we need, and even people on YouTube as content creators. I mean, the man had so many fans, Pop Smoke, around the world. You don't think that hurts people to see that the guy that took their artist's life, and they're looking at him. It's the wrong energy. And what I would say to him is, social media is not just the first place you should just go on, because it's a lot. Maybe in your heart you want to change your life, or maybe you don't want to change your life. Who knows? But at the end of the day, social media is not the place that's going to help you at a faster rate change your life in a good way. If you're coming from violence and you're coming from gunplay and taking somebody's life, social media is just going to enhance that, and it's just only going to put you in coffin or a prison. It's not a place where people, it's not, they don't champion sometimes the positivity gets overlooked by the negativity, because it's so much negativity being put out now, and it's making so much money. People are making so much money off of dead people. You guys wouldn't even understand, man. Dead people are worth more than some of these people that are worth more than they're alive, just because so many people are in their pockets and they can't wait to get what they're owed or what they feel like they're owed. And 9 out of 10 times it's people surrounded by wicked people. Even if you could be in a good circle, but the person that's paying you and the person that's giving that money to you and building you up is a wicked person. So what do you think that trauma and that karma is gonna fall off on? It's gonna end up on you. It's gonna end up on you. You know what? Another thing I saw. So Lil Durk, Lil Durk, before we get into the Lil Durk, I just want to say Lil Durk, he's been on a good, from what I see and from what I can see on social media and his presentation of himself, he's been on the up and up, and he's always been on this new wave of trying to change himself and just give a better outlook to his fans and the public. So he's been making music that's just more, adapting to the people and how, society and the energy of society. So I want to champion Lil Durk for always, keeping his ears close to the concrete. And I'm hearing now that his son was involved in a violent incident, and he ended up shooting his stepfather for domestic violence with his mother. Now, the crazy thing about this, you guys, I put up a reaction on a domestic violence situation. But the thing about this is, I don't know who to blame really in this, but all I can say is sometimes the first, in these times, the first thing that people try to resolve their issues with is the gun. And now that could be something Lil Durk could talk to him about and try to turn it around, because if that other man or his stepfather didn't approach you with a gun, there should be no reason why you have to pull that gun. Even if he's older than you, there should be still no reason why you should have to pull a gun out on him, because there wasn't any weapons involved. And I'm just saying from what I know and what I've seen. But at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. I'm not just meaning partners like man and the baby mother, baby father. I'm talking about family and just the way you approach things and people around you. Stepfather not getting along with stepson, that's been an issue going on for time and time before. So we know that time and time before, some people solve that issue. Maybe separating their time and how to deal with individuals, maybe giving the stepson a little more time to adapt to what's going on. But if that stepfather is being abusive to the mother, how do you expect that stepson not to react in violence? Come on, any son is going to stand up for his mom, and that's just that. Number one, she's in wrong for bringing that type of person in a relationship when she has a son there, and that's an abusive guy. You got to get to know the people that you're sleeping and laying down with, Queen. You can't just go out there and sleep with anybody and expect that he's not going to put his hands on you, because you don't know the guy. Lil Durk is your baby father, and now you're trying to, okay, so you guys split up and you're trying to find somebody else. You have to be very careful when you have a kid already, and you was in a situation trying to go into another one. You have to be mindful and separate your time. Try to keep. It starts with distance. Don't try to bring that person right in the home. It starts with distance. See the respect that person has for you and your family, and how far they're willing to say hello. Could they say hello from across the street? Okay. Why do they have to come to your front step? It takes time for you to rebond something when you already have something and you're trying to get into something new. So I'm not really fully mad what he did. He just had to do what he had to do because he's seen his mother get hurt. Any son that sees his mother in front of his face getting hurt or abused or anything like that, I can't tell you where he's going to take it. He might just seen red and just did what he had to do. So I can't say that. The best thing, just hope that, we're losing people to out of gun violence, or just prison, and just hopefully wherever he was at with that situation, that they're a little lenient as far as like using the gun, and they look at the whole situation for what it is, and hopefully he get himself out of there, and just next time around, make sure Mom Dukes is not around these dumbos, because a lot of people try to come in your life and then they act one way, and then a couple years go by, a couple months go by, and they start beating on people and just becoming showing their real self. So that's the scary thing too. You got to get to know a person before you bring him into your life. At least little by little by little, get to grow, get to grow, get to grow, and all of that stuff. Everybody's looking for this instant gratification, and when you add that in relationships, that relationship is set to fail. It's gonna be set to fail, because in relationships it takes growth. It takes the flirting stages, and then the get to know you stages, and then it gets to sexual stages, and it keeps going and going and going and going. If you just jump straight to the sexual stage, that you missed a couple things. You missed a couple things, and that's why a lot of things fail like that. What's up, y'all? If y'all in this live right now, please like it up and share for your boy. If you can't share it, just like it for your boy. Well appreciated. I love you guys. Make sure you guys go check out my animations after this is over. I got a reaction up and an animation up. Like I told you, the Maya animation, it came out 12 o'clock, so it's going around. And oh, did y'all get to see the Julio Foolio's so I'm looking at this whole thing with Julio Foolio. Like, okay, so they had a private funeral service, which is very smart to do. But the only thing that it looked, them dancing to the Young and Ace diss track, it says a lot, and it didn't look good. They thought they looked good, but they only look good to a minority of people. The majority, they look crazy. Now, first of all, that type of energy just goes to show that the things that they championed, it's like you can't champion revenge. They'll champion revenge, aha, because the song that he did over with the Fantasia, which I thought that Fantasia and them should have got that song pulled down, because just turning a love song into something so demonic and evil, going at the ops with a song like that, of course, it didn't put no effort. The song already had a catchy hook, and now you're going to add that demonic stuff on top of it so these kids could chant that and keep that in their mind. The energy, he took the energy from good to worse. So I feel like everything he was doing up to these points led him to these situations. But to see his family over there just, they don't even get it. They don't get that them dissing or them laughing at the Young and Ace track is laughing at their son too. Just like Young and Ace don't get shooting at, or allegedly them going at Fulio, is they're going at themselves. See, the bullet they think is shooting at their ops is actually shooting at themselves. When the bullet goes through the ops, the bullet doesn't really land and just stop, ends there. There's another bullet coming for them, for the bullet that they sent. It's just the laws of karma, and they're over there laughing, joking, and ha ha, kikiing. But what I tell you, you laugh to death. You don't wanna put that energy. You're in the funeral, and you're gonna laugh at that. You should have more great. I don't know. A lot of people has not been raised the same way. Some people have been raised off of revenge. If somebody do something to you this way, you got to do something worse to them. It makes no sense. But to me, it looked crazy. It looked really crazy to have grown folks supposed to be mourning, their son and their family that passed away, and they're more concentrated on how social media is gonna look, and how social media look at them, how they taking it. If that wasn't the most ignorant thing I've seen, I can't tell you what is. We got to do better than that. Even though I might not be raised like you, or you not raised like me, we all together in this, man. You gotta learn what really counts in these times, and the energy you put out is the energy you get back. It's not a magic trick. This is just how it works. I don't know, man. That looked crazy, y'all. I was just looking at that like, man, I don't know how. And grown folks too around there with this song. I wouldn't even want to hear that song ever again. I would want that song to be pulled off the internet, period. Like, no, I don't want to hear it again. Like, somebody just passed away that I love dearly, and y'all are still out there doing this revenge energy that got him put in this place in the first place. No, I don't know why people, I don't know, some people just don't see it. It's either they see it, don't care, or they see it and can't control it. But however they go around it, the results are the same. One day they're gonna wake up and realize, like, I just shot myself. The person I was shooting at, I just ended up shooting myself. Because it's a 360, man. It's not going. It's the never-ending violence. It doesn't lead anywhere. It keeps going in this circle, and more people are just losing their lives, and people are just sitting back with the trauma. The world is in trauma right now. Hearts are heavy, and people are depressed, but they just have this cover up, like everything is all good, but it ain't all good. And more and more people are starting to realize, yo, he right. It ain't all good. These people are fronting out here. Come on now. You mean to tell me the price is going up and you still ha kiki? And I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. Prices are going up higher and higher every day. Higher and higher every day. You talking about clothes and this nonsense. Food alone is expensive. Just to get food alone is expensive. And half of these people out here, they can't cook. They can't cook. So they gotta be outside. Some of these people, just like I told you, just being in survival mode ain't enough in these times. Survival mode is a quick coffin. You got to put yourself in a place where you gotta like secure yourself, man. Be mindful of the things you do in these times, man. People out here putting out this bad energy and this fake energy all over the place, and they think that there's no repercussions behind this. See, I see it different. I feel like the energy you put out there, that's the type of energy that it's out there for you to stand on. Like, you put out this fake energy out there, then eventually where your platform is going to collapse. Nobody's going to believe in you, trust in you. You can't sell a lick. You're going to be looking crazy out there. Let me see. Well, you know what I seen too? I seen Turk and BG. They was beefing. Man. You know what I gotta say? Lil Wayne stood up for Turk though. He said he wasn't gonna perform unless Turk was in. I feel him though because I don't know. Honestly, BG and I love everybody on the squad. But honestly, BG, from how I see it, I've seen Turk been out here a little longer than you, and he's been on the good foot, yo. He's not. So all the past gripes that you have in the past, and I don't see Turk as somebody he's like trying to snake anybody or hold something against anybody. All he tried to do, especially I see him on the podcast, on the Beehive podcast. Shouts out to Beehive podcast, and he's always been on the up and up. So I can't see it being his fault. I'm pretty sure he was willing to put everything behind him when it comes to performing on that stage, just to have the right reunion for the fans that wanted to see that for once in their life again, how it used to be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, sometimes people take the outside beef a little too far and they don't know how to, keep business going unless they're friends. And that's not necessarily how it should be. But I mean, I don't really think that. I thought that if it's about anything about money, contracts, any silly stuff like that, I think those are stuff that you can push behind you and just just take a step forward. But if it's something to do with like, sleeping with somebody's baby mother or something crazy like that, maybe that's something that you might not want to, get in the way of. But if it's something that's not serious, y'all could make up, man, and y'all could have had that thing going, man. But shouts out to Wayne for standing on his business. And I got to give it up to Birdman, too, because Birdman, he's the type of guy, he's going out there, he's trying. I mean, I don't know, I can't really tell you exactly what happened in these situations that we hear about all over YouTube. But all I can tell you is Birdman, he came together, that was the family, and for a long time, Birdman been holding down this label, man. This label Birdman been holding down might be one of the, Cash Money might be one of the dopest labels that ever touched hip-hop, and for the longest and the most people on it, the hits. I don't know, Birdman, he's going to be the next one saluted in a few. I appreciate you, man. Love y'all, man. Thanks for the super. Thank you. I really appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for the good energy, man. But I just feel like coming together in these times, look, and that shouts out to what's that? Cause y'all know I'm blind. Zedrick, shouts out to Zedrick. See, that's my Z squad right there. Aha, my guy. But thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know that. But in these times, coming together means way more than separating in ourselves. I mean, What could we do? What could we do? There's nothing else we can do. We seen it all. We seen him shoot him. We seen her beat her up. He cut him, and we seen it all. We just never seen the come together and build something that we all can appreciate and we could all enjoy as one. We haven't seen that yet, but we seen the destruction, every form of it. Why we can't see something new and something better? Like, come on, man. And those are the things that inside I be like, damn, why we here? Are we here? I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself that question, like, are we here? Is this it? Because if we here, are we like? I don't know. I really don't know, man. What? Oh, you know what? I had a message for my Gen Z peoples. Um, the you guys that's gonna be this is gonna be the change in the future, and this is gonna be the part where we're gonna see a change, and it's not gonna be in politics. It's not hip hop. Is not gonna do it. It's gonna be the youth saying to themselves, you know what? I'm not working there. I'm gonna work here, and no matter whatever happens, and that's gonna make those people they're gonna have to bow down some point and try to show some love because at the end of the day, come on now, we got these big corporations that been making billions and billions of dollars, and they're not. They can, certain corporations could build a community back up on their own without us even having to touch our wallet. They can put their money together, but what do? We huddle up and we help each other because we know that ain't happening. And we know that it's like only good people help good people. And sometimes good people help hurt people too. But those people, they don't like helping anybody at all. Their prices stay up, and they're most likely gonna profit and keep their legacy going while people are passing away daily, and families are being hurt from trauma. It's the little things that people don't understand that can do a whole lot of change. It's not just like one person coming for a big change. It's no like, okay, I'm gonna add my little piece, you add your little piece here, you add your little piece here. Hold up, let's look at it from back here. Oh, that looked like something. That's how it all works. But people want to be like, no, I want this is all my pieces. You can't be like that. America, you can't be like that. Because our energy, it done transferred over into the UK. Now the UK is unsteady with their economy. Because everybody took on this war energy and we don't know where we got it from, but it came upon everybody. From women, men, everybody got a little piece of war energy in them. A little, if you do that to me, I'm gonna do this. Nobody realized that came from the social media. That came from, oh, what's better, this or that? Comparison, greed. If you open your eyes and start saying, hold up, I don't need all these things. Hold on, let me see what I don't need. I don't need all this stuff. I don't really need $1 billion. This is what will make me love my life, or this is what I need for my peoples to love their life and be comfortable in their living. And it won't be $1 billion. See, $1 billion comes with a billion problems. And some of us, we can't handle it. I know I can't handle all them problems. I can hardly handle the problems I have now. So what we're really looking for is a way to sustain ourselves in this life that we're living in and the lifestyle that we feel we're most comfortable at or in. These demonic lifestyles where you make them you try so hard to make your goals, and when you get to the point where you're up there, somebody's gonna try to snatch it and take it away from you. Something's wrong with that. It's something wrong with that. It means that anytime whoever hits the top, somebody's gonna keep pulling them down. And that what they don't realize, when they really took a look, there's another top to reach. But they're thinking this is it. No, that's just the tip of the hill. If you look right here and walked over a little to the left, you would have seen that it went up a little further. But we so busy fighting each other because we think that there's something behind the curtains that we didn't see or we didn't experience yet. It's really not. It's really not. Life is just like Grand Theft Auto. If you put the map right there, there's nothing else going on outside in the world that's different. It's just a cycle. If there was, everybody would flock to it. We will all want that. We will all want to go there, but our experiences are the same and through life as humans. The only way we can change those experiences is within ourselves in little groups and make it work. And so next time, those same mistakes that were made before, they won't happen again. Sure, we could fly. We can make something to make us fly through the air like a bird, but we can't stop somebody from when we flying like a bird shoot us down. It's the energy that makes people don't want to trust people to do that and trust people to make the next thing or make the cure the next disease, or it's the trust level we have to get back to. That's what we really need in these times. It's not really just about the money. It's the trust that we have for each other. So many mothers and even fathers out there and families hurt right now because over the weekend one of their siblings got shot down or one of their siblings got hurt by a drunken driver, and they can't seem to get back to their self like they once were. Did y'all see that drunk driver that hit that hit those people, and it was in Queens? And it's all a mess because he's walking and the cops got him with his hands behind his back, and he got his eye all bloody and it's so swollen up from the accident because he was drunk and he felt like, he had nothing to lose and he was speeding through there. He didn't know he was going to crash into those people, but he did, and the situation's done, and that's what he has to face, the time behind it. But when you look at it, it's all a mess because not only did you take those people's lives, you being drunk and your addiction end up putting yourself in prison for probably the rest of your life, because the laws in New York is getting strict and stricter. It's not like it's gonna go down. No. Mayor Adams has his desk probably full of papers because every single day is something new. He probably can't even get a night's rest. I've seen this guy going all over the place trying to be there for every single situation till it came to the point where it's like over flooding. You can't just put all the responsibility on just one person. People can only do what they can do. That's why as a community and we all come together and give our little piece by piece, we can get back to building it. But we don't even know the people where we're giving the piece to if we can trust them. It's the trust factor in this all that's messing this whole thing up. I wanted to get that to you guys, just to let you guys know that out there, there's people out there, they playing tricks. And not only they playing tricks with our money. They playing tricks with our money, man. Our money, our time, and these are the things that the time is what you value, and the money is what is going to keep you to sustain through these times. So you got to weigh it out and balance yourself in these times. Have enough and do enough, but just don't put it all out there. Don't put all your bets or chips on one. Don't bet it on the table. Don't put them all on the table. Hold something in your back pocket just in case. Dealer might just sweep everything up, and you walk off. You still got a little something to sustain yourself. Of course, there people want you to invest and throw your money behind the wall where you can't see it anymore. But we have to, in these times, we have to make our money build right in front of us, like if it was a plant, grow right in front of us. That's how we got to do it. What's up, y'all? Good vibes, good vibes. He said, maybe y'all talking. I don't know who Billy is, and I don't talk to Billy. Who? Billy? Wait, what? Billy from where? Queens? I know a guy named Billy. It's my guy. I don't know if it's the same Billy you're talking about, but I haven't seen Billy in a while. Shouts out to my guy Billy. Shouts out to all my peoples, all my Queens, NYC heads, everybody, man. Shouts out to all my peoples. Good vibes, good energy. It's one of the mornings, man. It's just one of them mornings. I'm also going to do another reaction video. I got one up there for you guys. It was crazy. I'm not even going to tell you all about that, but I got the Maya animation up there like you guys wanted. It's up there. I'm gonna post it out after this is over. Y'all got to stay dehydrated. Drink your water, your lemonade, whatever you got to do, but stay dehydrated. I don't really get too I'm not really into the like the external affirmations and what other people think about me. I usually give myself a pat on my back when I work hard and put my work out there and people appreciate it. That's what makes me feel good. I don't really go out there and try to find these like fake like people just this and that about you. You know, like I'm just on my mission. I'm doing what I got to do and just trying to put my energy out there. So whenever I do my finish my work or put my work in, whether it's a design that I made or just something that I do, I always feel good about it. And I just want you guys to feel good when you wear it or when you're watching something. If you guys feel good about it, then my job is done. That's it. That's all. It makes me feel good. I don't mind y'all joking. You don't think I don't see? I see y'all, man, wilding out. I ain't out. I don't mind, man. My energy's up. I feel good today. I feel like today could be a day to start the week off, and we can go towards this week in a good direction, or it could get crazy. You know how it goes. Something pops up. He did this. She did that. It could get crazy. It's one thing I don't want y'all to do is get confused because a lot of times on the internet a lot of people are trying to impress people that they don't even know. I never, I don't know, man. Impress a person that you love. Impress a person that you're trying to get with, or impress a person that, that make it make sense. Um, like like people out here, they actually going broke trying to look like people that's broke. Because rich people don't even, you don't see no rich people putting their clothes before their person or their presence. So why would you do something so stupid like that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that and think that's the way to go? You don't think that there's people out here that did what you did before and made the same mistakes? You gotta watch for that and learn from that instead of making more mistakes. Stop being out here looking like a fool and clowning yourself like that. You can build your value as a person on social media and it doesn't have to be surrounded by nonsense or some nonsense video that went viral. I mean, come on now. We can do better than that. I think we all could. We could turn up this. We've been turning up everything from fashion to sports. Everything we do, we turn it up. We can turn it up the right way and put out the good music and just put out good designs or whatever your business is, and be more as a community than just going out there everybody fighting versus everybody. Because when it's all over, I mean, who wins? None of us. Salute, salute. For real, for real. You know the energy. Let me tell y'all a little something just between us. People be having that versus energy so bad that they see a small channel like mine. They see me trying to come up and they're like this. Don't even tell nobody. They just it's like, come on, you a content creator too. Give me a shout out. Give me a salute. Yo, I see I like what you're doing. I see you coming up. Maybe do this and that. Nah, everybody's on this. And the thing about it that I don't understand is it's like they don't even have any goals set to say, well, I'm trying to get to 100,000, 20. They just don't even know what's ahead of them. They just like, whatever it is. It's like people work hard out here and people really care about people out here. And people out here really hurt and got trauma and been through things that really hurt. And people just take it and play with it. Like, nah, no. Listen, don't take my trauma and just write it down in a book for your monetize your monetize your page and no, I like have some meaning behind the things that you do. Have a responsibility behind the things that you do. And people will appreciate you more for that. People out here making up stories and putting things out there that shit don't even make no sense. Man, come on now. I don't even want to, not to go back to the pop smoke, but it's sad though, like, and I don't got nothing against the guy that did it because I don't know, I'm not in that type of, I wasn't in that type of place to say, I know Pop Smoke comes from a rough background, but he also, I understand he come from a West Indian background too. Those are people, like, and to have interview those people, why don't you interview Pop Smoke's family? Pop Smoke probably has more people in his family trying to get into hip hop and trying to things that he inspired his family or people to do. Interview those people so they could put some good word out on them instead of always going to people that hurting people all the time and championing them and making people think that prison is some like some kingdom that they go in and they get big in weights and you come out better than you was, and they put all these champion the wrong things. No, school and education is where you go and you become a stronger person. You don't have to go to jail to to be that. You don't have to do that. And you wanna lift weights, hit a gym and focus your mind. You don't have to go. You don't have to have people lock you down behind chains for you to just sit behind a wall for you to understand that life ain't the way you think it's supposed to be. No, you can be a man and man up and see people make these mistakes and go out there and do better, but you choose to just follow down the path because you don't see the people crash. You only see them going fast. But when they hit the corner, you don't look around the corner and see that they're right there on the floor. That's the problem. People are blind to the fact that they see the highlights and everything. That's what social media puts up, the highlights. They don't see what happens after, the pain that carries on for years and years and years. Families that's broken, legacies lost. It's because people out there hurting people. See, before we thought that money was power, but it's not just the money that's the power. It's the person that has the money. You can have the same amount of money as somebody else and they have more power than you because they have more reach than you in certain places where your money it's not allowed. Your money is not respected. So with that being said, you got to know that money can't be the be all. It's you who's the be all. Your presence is the money. If people feel that you're valuable, they'll add value to you. They'll give you something. They'll send you something so you can build up, and that will inspire them. You go out there with this fake energy and see what happens. People don't want to pay attention to that because after a while, people get it. A lot of people lost their value just due to social media, and they don't even know it yet until they realize, turn it off for a minute and realize, damn, who am I? And you start going back to the things you love doing. You never know. It could be anything from comic book collecting to sneakers. I don't know, whatever you love doing. But if you sit on here and keep watching the destruction go in and out, in and out, in and out of your mind, eventually you're gonna become part of it. This has long been told, man. It's no way out of that. There's no way out of that. How I get my mind, I keep my mind in a place where I know that there might not be the best to come, but it's not going to be the worst. You can still get through it no matter what it is. So you never know what's up next for you, whether it's a hurdle that you're going to love to get past, is a hurdle that you're just going to feel like it's draining your energy. You just got to keep going. That's just what life's about. And I wanted to put that type of energy on you guys, especially for on a Monday too, going into the week, because we got a lot of things to cover this week, and it's gonna get crazy, man. It's gonna get crazy, man. It's gonna get crazy. I feel so, and the only reason why I feel so is because the more and more we coming up to election, like I told you, the more deaths we see and the more people going back at each other. So just stay out the way. Stay out the way. And where are these kids? I mean, I'm hearing 13 in the Bronx too, like a 13-year-old. And somebody else, they got shot in the McDonald's. Where the kids getting the guns from? Are they like snatching it off the table at home and running, put it in their school bag and running? Is it their own gun that they're getting from in like fifth grade? What is going on? Is the teacher selling the guns? Where are they getting these guns from? Because the younger and younger is going, it feels like everybody has a gun, right? It feels like any altercation you see is going to be handled with a gun in these times, and that's sad. That can't be the way, because think about it. How many times as a kid, if a kid is pulling out a gun at a young age, let's say like at the age of 13, how many times you think that him pulling out that gun continuously is going to take? How many years you think it's going to take for him to end up prison or killed? How many times him pulling out, 13 pulling it out, he probably make it to 15 if he's good at it. But 13 pulling out a gun, he probably just make it to 13. That's the sad truth. A lot of these people, they're just a shell of who they once were. Inside, they lost that. They sold their soul to social media and whatever it had to offer. Whether it made you dance, put on a clown suit, talk about your own people, disrespect the next person or pull the person down that was trying to do the same thing, it made you do something of destruction, and that became part of you. It happened to many people. I seen it coming and I dodged it because it was just wasn't the type of person I was. I'm not just gonna go in here and say anything if I don't have something that has something behind it that can somebody can take and learn from or take and change their life from. I'm not gonna say anything at all if I don't have anything to say like that. That's why I felt some type of way when with the Jay-Z. It's not like I know Jay-Z or I'm 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 on Jay-Z's whatever. No, it's not about that. It's the fact that from what we've seen in Jay-Z's past, when he had problems with Beyonce, the man has never put his hands. We haven't seen from our own eyes him putting his hands on anybody. And for you to turn around now and say that he has something to do with, he didn't never conducted himself or put himself out there from back in the day that he had that type of energy. So why would you now come just because you hear something and put that on that man like that when he got kids and things that he's doing on his own? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not. It's not a disrespect to anybody. It's just like be mindful of what you're doing. So maybe you hear that and you're waiting. It being the first one to put it out doesn't mean anything. So you hear that now. Don't you think? Okay, before you put that together, that man or try to get some at least some type of information that's solid, because there was a lot of alleged this, alleged that. That's not the way to put out a story. And that's not me trying to back Jay-Z up, or I don't know what that man did. I don't know what a lot of these stars did, but from what I can see, I don't think he would do that. I don't see him as being that type of person that he's just gonna go and do something. And say that is the case, well, if that does come out, it's not gonna come out from a person like you or a person like me. It's gonna come out from a law or somebody of authority. So why would you put that type of information out there for what? We never heard Jay doing something like that, and we never seen him even in the altercation. He didn't even, people had to make fun of him and try to make it into a meme because he didn't put his hands on that beautiful lady. Come on now. So if you don't just start making up things on people because it's not right. Celebrities are people too. Just because some people might look at them and just think that they're this, or they are people too. They're human beings, and you got to show them some kind of respect. They already give half of their life up to you with their music, and still you want to add on other stories on top of it. That's what makes people don't want to make the music, because people put out these stories and things like that, and now it takes away from the whole energy of the type. And a lot of people are in their healing mode anyway right now anyway, so you pulling somebody back to where they once was hurt at, you might mess up their whole trajectory on their healing. Now that's off on, that's on you. But don't just put out things and just and just splurt out things, because that man has a wife, that man has kids, that man has a family. He has not displayed himself in no other way that we have seen on social media. He's not up here on social media doing the clown stuff. So don't try to pull him in. That's one of the, I hear things about people, and not everybody rubs people the same way, and people might have bad business deals around people. But when it all boils down, it all depends on the type of person you are. It's not about the bad business deal you guys signed or what money he didn't owe you or he paid you for this. It's all about, as a person, is he a good guy or not? Does his good outweigh his bad? We all make mistakes. So just don't put people's name in the air and just start, down on people. You don't know what people are going through. And it's not like it's just like it's just everybody's like this bulletproof part. Everybody hurts. So don't just put things on people's name. You don't know what could hurt people or what little words hurt people. You gotta be mindful, because sometimes a little thing you say can hurt. You think you're throwing those negative words to somebody, and that thing go hurt somebody else or somebody's family from over there and cause them to go suicide or something crazy or something to themselves because they feel like you're talking to them or they feel like that relates to them. You don't know what type of energy that you put out there and what the harm that it can be on people on social media. So just before you say and you put it together, make sure when you put it together, everything is according to what it really is, or some way, somehow you have some kind of solution of maybe you can help that person get out that situation. If not, was it worth? Was it worth talking about these people, man? Celebrities are people too. You don't have to come up here on social media and get the most views because you said the most negative things. That's not it's disgusting. I don't like that, man, and I don't see myself just getting up here and spewing it out on people because after a while that stuff weighs you down as a content creator, and that's one of the things you don't want to do. You want to show people what you stand for, but at the same time you want to keep it mostly broadly on yourself and your community that you're speaking to. The more you bring other people's flaws and other people's mistakes that you think are, are maybe willing or good enough to talk about, is the more that you put that trauma on your supporters and also the people out there. I can understand if it's something in the news, but when you just make up a title like that and just put it out there, people are gonna, yeah, because of the celebrity names, you see Jay, you see Beyonce, and you rush towards it, and then it's something negative like that. And you're making so much money on your own with your channel. You have such a big channel, and I guess you're doing that to the maintenance of the channel, just trying to keep up. But that's not, you should make it take a little different turn of it, because I did see one of them. He said that he was getting tired of putting up the Chicago, the drill music stuff, and I kind of dig that because that stuff kind of weighs in on you as a content creator, just seeing everybody pass away. And then you also have to take the other responsibility, knowing that, yeah, you did that footage that's weighing on you that you don't feel like putting up. That's the same footage that's there forever for these people. It's gonna be forever traumatizing them. So it's a slippery slope on that. The stuff that you put out there, was it good energy or bad energy? If it's bad energy, then, well, that's what comes with it. The more you put out bad energy, people are gonna fiend for that from you. They're gonna only want that from you. They're not gonna want to feel your good energy when your bad energy overrides everything that you ever stood for. So that kind of that it's a downplay on where you could take it, and it's also it shows that you're not really like planning this out. You're just spewing things, throwing things on the wall. This is not a place for that. YouTube is becoming stricter and stricter, especially when it comes down to where they place their ads and the type of content creators they're advertising with. And I think you guys should take a look at nowadays the type of content that's really being put to the forefront, and the type of content that's being you seeing is decreasing, because a lot of advertisers don't want to put their stuff with that type of energy. People, like bad energy never sold anything. It never really did. Good energy sells. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like in the mood to shop, get a new look, put things together. Bad energy makes you just feel like, you know what, I want to do this better, or I just gotta tear something down. It doesn't. It doesn't go anywhere. You guys really got to check out my reaction. I did something on Oakland, and it was about a smash and grab. It's on the channel. I dropped it today. It's about a smash and grab. They ran in and took everything, and it's just like a mob of people just keep doing it. But what happens is, so what? Okay, you got the biggest steak in your freezer, but right next door, they can't pay their bills. They can't pay their bills. They can't pay their bills. The next time you keep thinking you're going back to get that steak, eventually that store is going to be closed, and nobody's going to have food. See, America never has been hit with that. Never been hit with we can't do this, we can't do that, because sometimes we abuse our freedom because of all the freedom that we have already. Other places look at us like, man, they don't even know. Like if we had did that, they would have chopped our hand off. But we have to know that we have that privilege of freedom. We just got to use it better, because it's a beautiful place to be living in America. It's the best place, I feel like. But we just have to turn the way we are living, the way we live our lifestyles. We got to turn that around. Everything is not entertainment. Some things is more meant to be discussed on the reality side than the entertainment side. And some things entertainers don't really have to chime in all the time. They can chime in on the things that just best suits them and best fits them, just because of how people look up to them. You don't have, as an entertainer, you don't have to chime in on everything, like, because that things puts you in a place where people start looking at you a different way. Remember, before social media, nobody really too much worried about whose political views or anybody else's stuff. You would have to be in front of that person, a nosy person, to try to be in somebody's business. Social media puts you right next door to everybody. Everybody's in everybody's business, and it's a mess. What's up, y'all? What's goody? What's goody? Salute. Y'all already know. I'm here just chilling, man. I'm just, trying to set it off on a Monday, keep people energy up going. Trying to take care of myself, man. Trying to just eat better and just day by day trying to put a little upgrade, a little piece better than what I left yesterday. So today I'm gonna try to do some designs and I want to write a story for a new animation. It's gonna take me a second, but I put a new one up there, so I give myself enough space so I can work on the next project. Put it up there, have enough designs, because with my clothing line, things go quick on it. So I change designs so people can keep these one of one pieces and make them collectibles. So I'm always changing something, whether it be a colorway or something about it. So I'm always designing new. Just keeping myself busy like you should, man. That's the best way we should do it. Keeping ourselves busy and doing the things we love doing. Bringing in a little something or setting yourself up for something that's going to bring in some money that can hold you down. That's what it's really all about. Because even though they say there's more jobs to come, a lot of the jobs that's coming might not be in your taste or what you want to do. So you have to prepare yourself. Make a little blueprint of the things that you might see yourself doing in the next 5 to 10 years. And little by little, you tackle these little goals and you start realizing those little goals that you have become bigger and bigger goals as you go. And I'm kind of experiencing that right now. Building a clothing brand in these times are like one of the hardest things to do. I know on YouTube we might see a whole bunch of people, with a bunch of empty boxes and a good thumbnail saying that their brands is going here and there. And I'm not knocking anybody, but I just know from the temperature of the people, it takes a certain amount of trust for people to buy into your brand and just buy into you as a person. And that's what I'm building right now. So I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush building my brand, but at the same time, it touches me when people go out there and they support it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just show you guys exactly who I am as a person with my mistakes, everything all piled up, the things that I champion, the things that I just don't see, that I don't respect. And from that point on, you guys could, take it from there. But that's the reason why I brought myself was doing these lives and things like that. Because I was just gonna stick to the animations, but then I thought about it like, it's in these times, with these bigger brands like I don't want to throw out labels, but the bigger brands, the bigger fashion brands, you never get a chance to really talk to those people and really see why that design came out. They're not really on that close to the sidewalk like we are. So being that I have my ear to the streets and my ear to the fashion and know what's coming next, I'm always want to stay connected with my people as we grow, and plus help other fashion designers coming up too. I'll be so happy if another fashion designer came up, or for anything that I threw out there or anything that I said that helped them out. That's a blessing. I throw my blessings out, and then God bless me and bring good people to me, like y'all. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here, chopping it up with y'all, nice and early. Because we can get on here and say the most negative stuff, but then what's going to happen? I'll just fall right into the category of people that's doing that all day, every day. And eventually that stuff gets in your real life. And now you start treating the people around you, the people that love you, and the people that really care for you, like how the people on social media treat you. And it's like an ongoing cycle. No, I'm be good to the people that love me. That's what I'm going to be. I'm a love on my supporters. That's what I'm up to. What's good, y'all? Where y'all tuning in from? Leave it down below where y'all tuning in from. Right now, the NYC, they're saying today, but tomorrow's gonna be a little cooler. But today, yeah, the weather is up, up. It is up, up, you guys. What's going on? What's going on? Much love, much love, much love. Y'all already know. I'm here chilling, bro. I'm here. I'm trying to. Today I have it's like a timeline schedule type of thing. Like I got designs to do. At the same time, I got other, little things here and there I gotta do. But it's cool. It's cool. Animation. I want to write out a story. I want to do a new story. The last story I did was on Maya. That's a really dope story. I want you guys to go check that out. It's under the page. It's an animated story. But I want to do another story. I want to keep making these stories, and because people attach that too as well, you guys, they love their lives, but they attach to my stories too because of just how people could relate to the characters and to the situations in the whole thing. I see them going up slowly by slowly. YouTube, it's hard for them to recommend the positive stuff when so many negative stuff are getting thrown on the wall. So in between, I slip through the cracks and I get in there, and people, once they watch it, they watch another one and they subscribe because I see the results on my studio. So I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all know that the love is what I appreciate every one of y'all for coming through for real. Even stopping by to say what's up, I appreciate it. Let me see. I'm that type of guy. And it's another thing too. Try to work more on your talent than your passion. A lot of people confuse that. When you're working on your you can be passionate about something, but it's like there's no GPS, there's no blueprint to just passion. Your talent, if you keep chinking at it and working on it, and if you work at that, eventually that passion will overfill that, and you'll be passionate about whatever you put that talent into. So I just want to let people don't get that confused too, because like I'm passionate about a lot of things. I'm passionate about so many different things, but it's kind of not, when it comes to at least finding something that you want to monetize, finding something that you want to build a career out of. I feel like if you lay towards your talents and the things that you feel like you're good at, you have a better chance of kickstarting yourself into something that's going to be positive and something that's going to make you money at a substantial rate, because you won't want to stop what you're doing because you're talented at it. And eventually the passion will surround it from the people that support you. And that's kind of how it works. But if you just jump on the what you're passionate about, just because I'm passionate, like for example, I'm passionate about. I love remote control cars. I never stopped loving remote control cars from a little kid all the way up to now. I love remote control cars, whether they're gas, electric. I love the process of building it, but it's not like I'm bringing it and pushing it in people's face, because there's somebody out there that's more passionate about that than I am, and they want to surround their whole life about it. And me, it's just like a hobby. It's just something on the side, like how somebody will pick up a controller and play some Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty too. So these are things I won't necessarily present and could say that I would want to make a career off of, but these are just things that I'm passionate about. Now, when my talents come around, I was a writer from a young kid, doing fashion from a young guy from at my early ages, winning fashion competitions and things like that. And that's been a part of my life too on the way up. Through the jobs that I had on the side, I always liked doing fashion as well as doing music as well. Everybody dips in hip hop, but when I started realizing I could make a career out of my fashion and people connected to it, that's where I could say, I could see myself building a career out of this, but I'm not gonna see myself building a career out of music or something else that just because I'm passionate at one time about. So that's kind of the difference, Go for your talent, work on your talents, and keep upgrading your talent. Because usually when somebody's talented at something, they can always fit in different realms of certain things that's going on in social media. And once you find one of those spaces or one of those outlets where your talent could slide in, the passion and everything will come after. Trust me on that one. And for some people it comes faster than others. I never really compare myself to other content creators. You could be the next content creator, jump on here, and your views take off, and you have way more views than me. It doesn't really matter. It's about how people, when you find your true being, and people connect to that, they know that there's no edit in that. There's no worrying about what I have to say next. It's just you coming from your heart. And when you connect with people like that in that way, that's a different type of connection. That's the type of people that you could see yourself growing with and learning from. That's basically what that's all about. When you're comparing this whole talent and passion thing, there's so many things people are passionate about. Just remember, the talent is going to be the closest thing that God put you on this earth. Like, everybody has that little, some people call it like, they have these superpowers. That all has to do with the talent. That you know that you could do something a little better. Or what somebody finds hard, you find a little easier than them. And you have better ways of having solutions. These are the things you want to write down, and those going to be those, like how people say, those are your superpowers that you write down, and you start realizing, if I put all of this together, I can work in the health division. I can work in art. I can work in sports. And you carve out your niche and set yourself in that place, and you end up there. The more you work and apply yourself, you end up there. No motion is not going to get you anywhere in these times. A little bit of motion, you're still moving and you're still not in the same place that you once was in yesterday. So it doesn't matter the timing, because sometimes the journey feels so good that you don't want it to end. Nobody ever tells you that. Sometimes that journey feels so good that you're taking the steps of learning, learning, and learning, that you get used to learning, and you get used to just loving where you're at the time that God presents for you. I've been through so many different things that I appreciate every day that I wake up. I appreciate it. I appreciate to have my family and to have people that love me around me, because life can get lonely for people. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen people lose their homes and their loved ones, and they have nowhere to turn to. And for some people, social media is it. That's it. Or that's all they have. That's their form of connection to other people, to try to get some kind of understanding of what they're going through. And just having somebody out there not putting out any negative energy or destruction or anything like that on you, it's a blessing. I always feel that way. It's always a blessing, man. I want to touch a little bit on some on relationships and just how I see things and how it's going, and just some things I can throw that maybe you guys could connect with and see if you guys feel me on this. Now, I see a lot of relationships out here, like people are putting like sex and money before the relationship. And even though those two things have something to do with the relationship, there's one thing that you're missing. Like, what about the flirting stages, the getting to know each other stages, the times where you snuck out and you did something with each other that maybe you guys only, both of you guys know? All of these things are getting skipped because social media gives you this highlight of a person, and then you want to fulfill these highlights that you've seen on social media with that person. Okay, boom. You try to, now you're a part of that person's social media. Where do you take it now? The picture that you was once looking at, now you're in that picture with that person on social media. Now you telling her, I don't want you to shake this and that on social media. No, that's how you fell in love with her. You saw her doing this and that, and that's how you fell in love with her. You didn't approach her and say, you know what? You didn't fix her crown. You didn't let her know that she didn't have to do all of that when she was with you. That you was gonna love her for, because these are the stages and parts of relationships that people skip out on. It's always that space people don't. It's always a little space in a relationship with each other. One day you just wake up like, I don't know this about that person, and you want to find that out. Like, I don't know this about you. I think this about you, but I don't know this about you. We all have that. The curiosity in love, the curiosity in your partner, and knowing that there's something that you might not know should be a love thing. It shouldn't be something that they're hiding from you. I see a lot of these relationships. It's like some people, they keep more secrets within the relationship than the outside people looking in have on them. Like, there's people out here like telling people's relationship, like, no, I know he slept with her because he was with. They know more than the wifey. It's disrespectful. They got these side chicks. They getting more play out here than the person that actually stood and brought that person up. Everything is backwards because everybody feels like they have so many options. We don't have a lot of options. We don't have a lot of options. Yeah, we might have a lot of options, things that look like options, but when it comes to like matching the things that your morals and everything, there's not really a lot of options. Mm-mm. Somebody to live a lifetime with you and add another page to your story and your journey. It's not a lot of options. So you have to be very careful about the people that you put yourself around. And that's all I'm saying. It's not, love is not something that you look for. Love is something that grows around you and it connects with other people that feel the same way that you do. And then that right there, that's where the magic comes in. If you don't have the faith in God, you don't have that type of any type of religion attached to you, and you look at life like there is somebody higher than you, then you can never understand what it's all about. You only see it for what it is, like the sexual part and who has more money part or where we eating part. Really, that stuff is just it's crazy to think people champion that stuff when it comes to relationships in these times. It's a sad thing. But I think we need some real wiring on just how we approach people and how we treat people. and how what do we want in a relationship. We gotta start putting that up in the forefront from the jump because of social media. Don't let social media start talking for you. Don't let your social media page start talking for you. Like, look, this is the page, man. I have a bunch of makeup on this page. Let these people know, guys. Let the chicks know on this page. Oh, I only go out sometimes. I don't really go to the strip club all the time, like because the highlights you put up, when you really look back at it, it doesn't say too much. It says like you're just like everybody else. And have you ever seen like a single guy just doing this thing, cooking for himself, doing this thing on social media? No women involved, this and that. It's because it's there, but it gets other things get put in front of it because you're mostly seeing the somebody waving their head all crazy, talking to their partner all crazy, and they going through some drama. That's what people feel like they're more comfortable with because their relationships is not as they thought it would be. But that's not really what it should be. When I see a good relationship out there, or at least what it looks to be a good relationship, at least give a little smile and champion that because you know that it's possibilities and there's people out there that's not living that ratchet and nonsense. You know, it's good to know that that still exists. In other words, it's good to know. It's good to know. Whether you want that or not, it's just good to know. But yeah, I'm gonna be working crazy today. Any y'all from the NYC? This is just water, y'all. This is just water. I like this better than the Poland Spring. Pure Life. It tastes better. And I know people say water don't got a taste, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. If y'all drink water, y'all know what I mean. Pure Life tastes better. I don't know what it is. Y'all gotta keep yourself hydrated. Not dehydrated. I think I told y'all to be dehydrated. No, just keep yourself hydrated, not dehydrated. Keep yourself hydrated. Drink your water and eat right. That's the main thing. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today. I might get some stewed chicken. Yesterday I had some. What I had yesterday to eat? I had No, I cheated yesterday. I think I cheated, y'all. Yesterday I think I had some fried chicken. Today I might get some stewed chicken. No, I think I had stewed chicken yesterday. Get some stewed chicken. I want to get some Ackies, but the Bayesian Ackies though, not the Jamaican Ackies. See, in Jamaica, what they call Ackies are different from what we call Ackies. Like I told y'all in Barbados, I'm talking about the fruit Ackie, not like Ackie and saltfish. In Barbados, we call it the same thing, but they're two different things. And I forgot what I think in Jamaica they call it what my homegirl was telling me what they call it, turn up, something like that, turn up. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about Ackies, the green fruit when you crack it. You know, it has like that peach inside and you break it. I'm gonna bring some more. And you know, I always have the grapes, but I'm gonna bring some Ackies up here. Kobe or MJ? Um, damn, those are two of my favorites, but I'm gonna go with MJ because you gotta remember that's what I'm talking about. Inspiration, you know, like MJ inspired Kobe to be as great as he was because Kobe looked at him like, man. And I love, you know what? I love Kobe too, though. I'm not gonna lie, I love Kobe too. Like I love Michael Jordan because he's one of those figures like when you think of greatness and you think of like people that strive and they succeeded at what they did and they just been at the best in their field. I think of Michael Jordan. But Kobe brought this type of energy, and it's the type of energy that there's no other options. It's like you're gonna win, and there's no other option. I'm gonna work until I learn how to do it and be great at it, not just good. And I'm gonna actually master it, and then go into where I want to display it, and I'm gonna challenge people, a fair challenge, and I'm gonna win. That's that Mamba energy. I love Kobe. I love both of those guys. They're gonna be here forever. They're gonna live forever in people's minds and hearts because of just that, how they display that will to win. So I'm gonna go with Jordan, but I do love Kobe too. Rest in peace to Kobe. Much love to Kobe and his little girl. I love Kobe. Kobe did a lot. I can't say Kobe didn't do a lot for me, man. Kobe. Some people could say that. You look at somebody and he's trying to be like somebody, but a guy like Kobe, he realized that if to be the best, I have to actually learn from the best, and that type of heart, that challenge is it's a steep challenge. It's like you're cutting out everybody that's trying to get in, and you just going right at the best, knowing that you're a step ahead from just trying. No, you're doing. And that right there, I will always take from Kobe, and Kobe will his energy, that Mamba energy, will always live with me through my brand, through my everything. So if I had to take something from Kobe, that will be it. That will to win. Him and Jordan got that thing going. I don't know. It's just amazing. I love both of those guys, man. I could sit here and talk about Kobe and the things that just makes me look at him as a different player than everybody else for days to go, man. What a guy. What a guy. Amazing. Let me see. What do I think about James going to the Lakers? Um, to see a father that proud of his son, I think I'm happy to see him going to the Lakers because it's a place where they gave his father a place to move his elbows around and do what he do and become the great person that he is. Lakers, they breed greatness, so I feel like he could take, being that he is from his father. He might not, people they put so much on these kids' shoulders on wanting them to be like their parents and being great. But I feel like that energy that surrounds the Lakers, that LeBron energy, will be still present enough to give him and get him strong enough. And if I was him, I would take the same thing from that Kobe energy. Remember, Kobe said that his legs weren't strong enough. Yeah, he can get there, but he wasn't stronger than those players. He could throw the ball in the hoop, so he needed to build himself up that summer and get his legs strong enough to match those guys. So if I was him, I hear all the talking people saying I ain't gonna be this, I ain't gonna be that. That's cool. But what I would do is I would take that energy and I would take my time out, and I'm gonna be the best Laker player when I touch that ground. Whether my father did this or my father did that, I'm here to put my legacy. So if I was him, I would just take it everything with a spoonful of sugar, forget the salt, and go head on into training and being a better player. Man, he could take the Lakers on. We don't. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I feel like you never know what's next to come. It can happen. It can happen. It's not everybody that like gets on. They as they get well. Jordan was crazy. As Jordan entered in, he started taking off. Like from his first day on the court, people realize his greatness. That doesn't always happen for everybody. Some people take their little steps, build, and forget about impressing the people. The person that is gonna be the most impressed by you is LeBron. Just happy that you're in that position and champion you as a son. I will be a proud father that he didn't take no routes of going or taking his and going somewhere else, because some kids could have went the wrong route. Oh, my dad played basketball. They say he's the greatest. I'm not gonna go that way. No, I feel like I love my dad so much that I fell in love with the things that he do. So I'm going in there and I'm gonna live. I'm gonna carry this legacy on. So I think Bronny gonna carry that legacy on. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him. Just to see LeBron sitting on that court, I know, man, y'all don't even know back in the day when LeBron was walking through the Rucker. Y'all seen that? When Brown used to come through with Jay-Z at a young age, that inspiration he had coming through with Hove on the court and the streets of NYC, it was crazy. He was nothing to yo. I'm telling you, Bronny, he ain't no joke. Wherever people say that there was basketball going down, or whoever said it was the best, Bron was finding himself over there. So I give it to him, man. His lineage is gonna be the same way. Bronny gonna pick up the strength. He got the mind for it, and he got the ability. But then it's certain things that comes that people can't just pick up from your coach. It's just things that it's like instincts in the game, and once he start picking those up, it's gonna snap, and he gonna get crazy. He gonna get crazy. Give him a chance. That's what I would say. Give these young boys a chance. They get crazy. So I feel like yeah, Ronnie, people say nepotism and opportunities. People don't even know that's how the world works. People are so stuck on just getting there and not pulling the next person up. Look, man, if you can help somebody, if I can help you, you can help me. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try to go for it. If I get my peoples in there, and they don't gotta worry, and he can go in there and make something better for himself. Why not? I'm gonna give my peoples a shot. You think I'm not gonna do it? Come on now, don't bet on that. But when I give him the shot, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna make sure that if I gave him a shot and he's coming off of me, I'm gonna make sure when he get himself focused that he's gonna be ready for whatever anybody got to give him. Bronny gonna take it, man. And what do y'all think? Cause I think Bronny gonna get a ring. He gonna get a ring. Don't get it twisted. The boy's gonna get a ring. I know a ring is in his legacy, man. Rings are in his legacy. So I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy though, because you remember, one star don't shine by itself. Remember that. One star never shine by itself. It's always a bunch of stars. It's never just one. And God has a way of putting all the stars together. And then sometimes we get those special nights where, people butt. And somebody come in there and you're there, so you have to prove why you're there. And they have to prove why they're there. And that's what made your pops, LeBron, great, because when he stepped on that court, he was going to show he's not just somebody that he says is the best or the biggest entertainer says is the best. He's going to show that who he is and why he's supposed to be there. And that's what it's all about. When it comes to competition in the fair, on fair grounds, it's all about you, your opponents, and how you're going to demonstrate the best you. I give the boy a shot. He's small, wow. If he get hurt, but that's what I'm saying. Even Kobe, see, y'all got to remember, when Kobe came in the game, he wasn't as powerful as he was. Remember, he had to strengthen his legs. He could put the ball in the hoop quick and get it past you and put it in the hoop, but he just needed the strength to hold him back and push him out the way, get it up. And that's what's going to take that's what he has to build on right now. All these little things that he's hearing, he should start building on it. That's what Bron would do. It's the partying for him is that getting him that's the biggest party of your life, getting yourself together. Like, I would take it on some Iron Man. Like, I would really feel like, yo, little Iron Man, like just building myself up to, okay, they think I'm not strong enough, I'm gonna get strong. I'm gonna work. If they think if I have to work 24 hours, I'm gonna try to put in 25, 26 hours. And I'm gonna try to put in a little extra and give them a little more than they expected, because they feel like I'm supposed to be here, and I feel like I'm supposed to be higher than that. So you got to give it your all, And these times, especially with a big name like that, he's gonna have all eyes on him. But it's the type of pressure that comes with the game. He got to get big. He got to get stronger, and that comes with time. It comes with time. I seen Kobe do it and turn into a player that he became a monster. Because when Kobe first came in, he had the skill, but he had to still build his strength, and that's what usually got to give him a little chance to get in there and get his feet wet and see how people bump up and mix up with him, because it's definitely something different in the NBA. So it's not as like how it once was in the Jordan times, where it was a little rougher on the players. Like, if you didn't have the strength, you're gonna understand and feel it. Somebody's gonna try to make you feel like you're not strong enough. But in these times, the strength all comes in. He has to be better than the person that he stepped into, and he still got a lot to go. He still has a lot of room to improve. So I give him a shot. I'm happy he's on the Lakers though. I'm really happy for him. I'm happy for him. Honestly. How many years? I think to get strong. If I say what would Kobe do? 1 year. 1 year. You gotta go. It's time. You got right now. You should be training. I mean, like you gotta work your hardest and never stop that. That's something like as soon as you feel like it's ready. There's really no time limit on it. It's just that he has to work himself to a point where he feels comfortable with the noise outside and feels strong enough to compete against the people in front of him. Because the noise outside, if that gets overwhelming on him and what's going on, that could hold him back. We don't want that. He has to build his strength up, and when I say strength, physical and mental, because it's not easy. Your father is like a superhero in basketball. LeBron is like a superhero in basketball. He's not a regular player. He's not just somebody that just has a name in basketball. No, he sits up there with the greats, with Michael Jordan and all those guys. So if you want a piece of that, a taste of that type of statue, you have to work there, and they all work to get there. They all work to get there. So he has a long way to go. A long way to go. But he got time on his hands. I feel like he's gonna be just as strong or stronger than LeBron. You should always knock before you in the fridge, just in case it's a sound. Just in the sound. Okay. Show me some love. Like it up. Like it up. Like this live up, y'all. What this one? Yeah. You got traded? That's crazy. People are nervous now, you know. Sometimes they feel like the team never really. What do y'all just be honest and no jokes? I know y'all gonna have jokes when I ask this, but what do y'all feel about the Knicks? Do you feel like they're gonna be? They have a chance at it, maybe to get back up. Are they missing something? Are they missing someone? How do y'all feel about the Knicks this time around going? Cause they looked good last year. Let me see. Okay, okay. You got a little bit of hope. It's kind of crazy, man. No, I feel like they should add like at least. I think if with so many people in these times, they should add like two more new teams to the NBA. Like just a whole two more new sets. I'm pretty sure there's other places that they can open up two more new teams. That builds the economy too. Sports could be another way of opening up and bringing people more money, and instead of just people just so surrounded by hip hop and entertainment. There's so much more out there that we can. Bronny man, everybody it's Bronny man. He got heavyweight on his shoulders. I can see it already, boy. This world is tough, boy. But yo, you gotta Bronny. If you're listening, man, you could do this. You could do it. Your pops did it. Wasn't easy for Bron. Oh man, said Vegas need a team. Crazy. Watch that happen. Watch that happen. I can see it now. You set something off, man. I feel like the energy of that because that's gonna be the most expensive team. That's gonna see. It's close to the Lakers, but they might be bigger because of the franchise that's gonna support them. That's in Vegas. All those franchises are gonna support them. It's gonna be the biggest team. That'd be like an all-star team. To be honest with you, that's gonna be crazy. That would be crazy. Somebody's gonna buy into that eventually. Vegas. And the Devils is already taken in hockey. But that would have been the name. I'm telling you, and it's not like they're gonna have a problem building it. There's so many billionaires that's involved with Vegas. They got the NFL, and then now you are you kidding me? That'll be the team to win the whole thing. While we sitting back here worrying about them, they'll be the biggest payouts of that team just trying to get that team like the new Lakers. That's crazy. You definitely opened my mind to something different on that one, Vegas. Because it's so money driven and the sport, oh my goodness, they'll take such advantage of that. They'll close a casino just to open up something for them. Basketball. That's a continuous, that's a continuous form of bringing entertainment and keeping entertainment surrounded because even when people are not gambling and sports get involved, now that becomes a world in itself. People won't even want to leave from there. That's crazy. Never thought of that. You'll have other and oh my goodness, the players they gonna be too lit to play out. They better oh man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. A reality show will come out of that thing, man. Yeah, Lakers won't be in first place when Vegas having a team. I think they know that. No way. No way. No way. It's just too much money over there. They're gonna try to get the best players. You know what they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to pay the best players to come over there, get them right over there, and they're not gonna leave Vegas. Nobody's gonna leave Vegas, especially if it's a new team and they become a team of championship. Oh, that's a new start over for the world. I'm just thinking about it. I can see it going down right now. That's a whole new start for the world. I can see it now. Crazy. I don't know what players would go over there, but if they opened up a new team, it'll be new players. It would open up another set of players that would eventually, and the coach probably be somebody from, like, somebody like a Jordan or somebody like somebody that could come in and coach because it's going to be mostly driven like, remember like how Apollo fought Rocky and he had the highlights and everything going on with him. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be driven like that. I'm a movie junkie, so I could see it in a movie too. I could always see something in a movie. We need a good NBA movie, like an NBA basketball story movie. That's what we really need. Something that a player that just been through it all, and we need to make a movie out of that player and the NBA lifestyle. Because it's been told, but it hasn't been told the same way how we see it. Like just street balling all the way up to what you got to deal with when you get there and get all that money. That'd be the dopest, bro. Because it brings the spirit of competition and gives people when you see like any movies or things like well hold on, let me see any movies that had to deal with sports. It was funny, what you call it, not Major Pain, what's that movie, the baseball movie, it was a funny movie, I forgot the damn movie. Let me see something. What I really want to do is I'm starving, bro. I'm starving. I want to get, I don't know, let's do chicken. Oh yes, with Charlie Sheen, you got it, what was it, Major something? You know what I'm talking about. That movie was funny as hell. I forgot the name of that. And I'm supposed to be some movie junkie. So many movies be going through my head like little. There we go, Major League. Yes, yep. And that thing kept and you know what? We can go back to the Bad News Bears, man. I'm a movie head. It's starting to all click again. Yeah, there's been some sports movies that's pretty good, but basketball, not the Space Jam or nothing like that. I ain't mean nothing like that. I meant like, and word. But yeah, man. We got a lot of things coming, a lot of things to look forward to. We just want to keep the violence and everything. Keep our minds looking up to something that maybe could make us a little monetization. People don't even realize, are you good at gambling? If you know your sports right, you can make so much money and make money off of that. There's so many things you can do besides going out there and doing harm to people. I love y'all, man. Y'all the best. We had the, oh, let me see. Yup. Man, we coming from the same era. I'm trying to see how far back. I remember that. I could go all the way movies. I go all the way back to like Goonies. My favorite movies, Goonies, and y'all gonna have me watching some movies today. The other day I was watching Do the Right Thing. Um, there's so many movies though. I like. Oh, what about Naked Gun? Naked Gun. All these movies I love, man. We got to get back to just putting some better representation out there of these. The next movie I really want to see though is Trap. That's the movie I want to see right now. That's the latest movie I want to see. Trap. Besides any, anything to do with comics or anything like that. Any Marvel movies, I love anything like that. I got maybe next live I'll show you. I got some really dope throwback comics that I hold dear to myself. Like I got the Punisher first comic book. I got the one when Punisher was standing on the wedding cake and it was dripping down blood. Yeah, I'm a comic junkie too. Y'all get to know that stuff later. But for now, I'm gonna go get a little something to eat. I love you guys, man, and I'm gonna drop another animation. I just gotta work on it, do the story, get everything together. I love you guys, and you guys, when you go out there, just stay away from all the negative energy. Try to stay close to the things that you love, and if you don't have anybody else to love on yourself. All right, peace, love y'all, and I see y'all Wednesday.